So reportedly, Henry Cavill has stepped down as Superman, and Michael B. Jordan is considered for the role of Superman. So there being a black Superman. And people are already outraged. People are already saying, oh, this is political correctness or whatever all over the internet, blah, 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 blah. And they're trying to fit some sort of agenda. Well, at first I was a little confounded. I was a little confused about it. Why would they cast Michael B. Jordan as Superman? Doesn't really make sense. But then I remembered a character named Val Zod. I think that's his name. I'm pronouncing it right. He was introduced in the comics a couple of years ago, not too long ago, but he's part of the multiverse. So for those of you who don't know, the DC multiverse has different timelines, different characters, different settings, and in one version of a multiverse, Thomas Wayne is Batman, not Bruce Wayne, because Bruce Wayne died. In another version of the multiverse, Superman is captured and he never receives his kryptonite powers. And so on and so forth. There's different multiverses. In one multiverse, there is a black Superman named Val Zod. So as I said, at first I was confused and I was dumbfounded by it. Why would they do that? Why would they go down to political correctness? But then, Joaquin Phoenix is being cast as Joker. And he's doing his own movie as Joker in a low-budget film where a character named Arthur Fleck, I think that's his name, is showing the origin of the Joker. And this has nothing to do with the shared universe of DC. Now, this is good for many things. So this means that DC is going down the multi-universe route. It means what one movie does doesn't really affect the next movie. It could be an entirely different universe. This gives a good way for actors, directors to have their own creative feel without having to be constricted to the shared universe idea, where one character does something in another movie and it has to be consistent throughout the whole movie. But no, in this way, they're actually doing it to where there can be multiple universes, different standalone movies, and therefore actors and directors can have their own creative freedom, and that is a good thing. So yeah, at first I was a little oh, why would they stoop to political correctness? Why would they cast a black actor for Superman? But then I remembered a character named Val Zod, and now I realize that they're doing the multi-universe, and that is a good thing. I am actually more than excited to see Michael B. Jordan as Superman. Although, the sad part is this all turned out to be a false rumor, and that Henry Cavill didn't actually step down as Superman, and that this is just an overblown rumor on the internet. With that being said, Michael B. Jordan could have been considered for the role as Superman if they're looking into the shared universe genre. So people are already calling heads as soon as this was announced. Why would they do this and that, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes we all gotta take a moment to relax and remember two things. One, these are all fictional characters. They are not at all real people. And two, that may be a little contradicting because in a way that these characters do have a consistent timeline that has been shared over 70 years worth of comics. But we're now at an age where there are multiverses, where there are different characters, where there are different timelines. So this, in a way, it's okay. It's okay to be open to new ideas. After some thinking and after I took a breather, I didn't want to immediately get angry. I just wanted to take a moment to actually think about the entire situation, and that I would actually be excited to see Val Zod as Superman. Now, for those of you who don't know, Val Zod in a comic, in that universe timeline, that Clark Kent Superman has died, but Val Zod was already on Earth, and so the heroes of Earth had to find another Kryptonian, and they found Val Zod, who has been confined in a room for most of his life, has never actually received his powers from the sun. And so he goes through this character arc where he gains his powers and gains courage to fight off an evil, dark side Superman. There's way more detail in the comic, because at one point this character also becomes president of the United States. That's because Val Zod is based on Muhammad Ali and Barack Obama. So yeah, I think this actually would be a cool idea. Regardless that I actually think that it's false and that they're not actually going to go with this. But now that I stopped and think about it, it would be cool to see Val Zod in a shared universe movie, to see in his own standalone movie. We're already getting Joaquin Phoenix. If you guys haven't seen, Joaquin Phoenix he's already blowing people's mind on the internet with his own standalone Joker movie that has nothing to do with the shared universe, and that also doesn't have Batman in the movie at all. It's just a movie about the Joker. After stopping and reading, I realized that Joaquin Phoenix wanted to do a movie with a low budget. Actually, he was asking, hey, why don't we make a low-budget movie based on one of these villains? That would be a good idea. We can't do the Joker because that's already been done, but he reportedly received the script and he liked it so much that he decided to do the movie. And this may open a whole can of worms for standalone movies for villains and other superheroes. So DC doesn't have to follow the shared universe idea. These can all be standalone movies, and that's why this is a good idea, and I cannot wait to see the outcome of it, because we'll get different movies with different actors, different directors, and their own spin-offs and takes of it, and that's why I'm excited for Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. So I cannot wait to see that. I know the internet cannot wait to see that either. So, final thoughts, I'm all for a Black Superman. I'm all for seeing Val Zod on the big screen. If they actually go that route, that actually would be a cool idea. Guys, this is Matthew Scooby. I gotta go. Peace out.